I'm dropping the bomb.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. The Clintons today engaged in contempt of Congress over their fear of being asked questions about Jeffrey Epstein. Bill Clinton ignored a lawful subpoena. Now we're initiating contempt proceedings, says James Comer. He had a Bill Clinton empty chair here in the Oversight Committee because, well, Bill Clinton did a lot of naughty things with Jeffrey Epstein. How do we know that? Well, because there's like literally photographic evidence of girls that have to be half or more of his age sitting on his lap, scantily clad. And what I mean by scantily clad is there's like footage of Bill Clinton in a freaking hot tub naked. Look at this. Here he is. Listen, I don't know if he's naked, but what I'm saying here is like in the photos and in this series of photos, there's naked women in these series of photos in this same hot tub inside of some type of like palace where they all are. So like Bill Clinton doesn't want to have to answer the questions about him and his butt buddy and Jeffrey Epstein. Look at him in those creepy little shirts. All right. And didn't want to answer why he's in that blue dress. Remember, the blue dress is how they found out that Bill Clinton got a blowjob in the White House. This is how they found it out. They had, let's just say, splattered DNA evidence all over the dress. The point is that Bill Clinton doesn't want to have to answer these questions. He thinks he's above the law. Democrats told us, no one is above the law, right? Look at this. They had the Bill Clinton photo even brought in. Lauren Boebert had that blown up and put on a poster. So here we go. Reminder that Steve Bannon got the same. Justice Department urges 6-month prison term for contempt case. Strategist found guilty on criminal contempt of Congress for ignoring subpoena. He ignored a subpoena. Well, that's exactly what the Clintons are doing right now. James Comer said that Bill Clinton is the focus of the investigation because Bill Clinton is like in all of these photos with Jeffrey Epstein, all these new photos. It's amazing. They didn't release any new photos of Donald Trump. Fine. If you got them, release them. Like, seriously, Democrats have access to all this information. You think that Democrats are sitting here protecting Trump. Are you brain dead? Do you think that Democrats have had the Donald Trump bombshell, the Donald Trump smoking gun for 100 years, for the last 20 years, and they just haven't used it? It's all been sitting there. It's been sitting there in these little files that they have. Contempt of Congress, says Lauren Boebert. President Trump's pretty pissed about this, and I'll show you why. He's flipping people off today. Steve Bannon was prosecuted and jailed for this. Clinton could have showed up and claimed privilege, but he didn't even show up. He defied a lawful subpoena. Bill and Hillary Clinton refused to testify. They are not above the law, everyone is saying, right? Your president, Bill Clinton. This is about right and wrong. Epstein survivors deserve justice and answers. Refusing to comply with bipartisan, duly authorized congressional subpoena. The Epstein investigation is unacceptable. Nobody is above the law. Yep. That's right. Ratioed Bill Clinton here, by the way. Bill Clinton saying, I'm a victim. I'm a victim. No, you're not, dude. Bill Clinton under federal subpoena will not show up. Clinton attorney says it's legally unenforceable. Really? I hope there might be some charges over at DOJ. Okay. So why am I covering all this? Because it is Donald Trump who is getting yelled at about Jeffrey Epstein today, which is crazy. This happened at a Ford factory plant visit for the president. Trump flips off employee, yells F you, and gives middle finger to heckler who hurled heinous slur. Here you go. Donald Trump cursed and gave the middle finger to a heckler, called him a pedophile protector during his visit to a Ford factory in Michigan on Tuesday. The video shows the president walking across a gangway. He points to a heckler, mouthing F you. Then Trump gives the unknown individual a middle finger and walks away. This individual, no doubt unemployed now. Nonetheless, the heckler could be heard calling the president a pedophile protector, an apparent reference to Jeffrey Epstein. A lunatic wildly screaming expletives from a complete fit of rage, and the president gave an appropriate, unambiguous response, said spokesperson Stephen Chung. They are good at their jobs. Yeah, it's a great way to say that. The Ford spokesperson said, of course, our core values is respect, and we don't condone anybody saying anything inappropriate like that within our facilities. When that happens, we have a process to deal with it. We're not going to get into the specific personnel matters. And Ford saying that they're toast. Okay. Trump remains under pressure to release the Epstein files after the DOJ offered up only 1% of the total archive, weeks after the legal deadline issued Congress. The president sparked Republican rebellion after he dismissed bipartisan effort to release the files, calling it a Democrat hoax, which in part it was, right? Because Democrats said that there's some type of big scandal with Donald Trump. Again, you have to suspend all disbelief to not think that Democrats wouldn't have released this. They had unified control of government. They put Trump in prison. They raided his house. You don't think they would have released this? Here's Trump, by the way. So here we go. Here, this is Trump. You can hear some individual yelling, and according to reports, he's yelling "pedophile protector." So you can hear him here. Pedophile protector. Trump points at him and mouths "F you." You can see pretty clearly Trump says "F you." And then you can see Trump pointing not the index finger, but the actual flipping the bird. Trump actually flipping him off. Oh boy. Okay. And Trump actually doing a real one there. There you go. Whoa. Okay. Well, Trump was pissed. And he has every right to be pissed, obviously. It's interesting because J.D. Vance has also talked about this phenomenon, talking about how people greet him in Washington, D.C., but J.D. Vance let's just say either way, flipping the bird during this moment in this speech.
Trust me, in Washington, D.C., they have this thing where I think it means we're number one in Washington, D.C., but all the pink-haired people throw up this sign, and I think, that means we're number one, right? I choose to take that as that symbol in Washington, but all kidding aside.
So, yeah, let's just say tensions are high. The Fuhrer has also swept up Bill Clinton, who, along with his wife, defied a subpoena. Again, as I have said a million times over, that Democrats are going to swing for Trump on Epstein because they got nothing else. They're going to end up hitting Democrats, which this has only hurt Democrats. Big-time Democrat donors, big-time Democrat leaders of Harvard, Bill Clinton. They're the ones who are truly suffering in all of this. The Democrats' obsession about Epstein. And the Democrats they don't give a damn about Epstein, because if they did, they would have done something about it when they had unified control of government for the last 4 years. They just care about hurting Trump. And that's where the hoax part comes in. And also, if you have some type of if you think that Trump's hiding something, someone needs to explain it to me. Why Democrats would protect Trump when they're raiding him and trying to put him in prison for 400 years. No, I don't think so. Anyway, what do you think? Is Trump's actions merited or not? The president just doesn't give an F anymore. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.